did the CIA and KGB control Latin American governments? Imagine a region caught between two superpowers during the Cold War, each trying to shape its future. Did they really control what happened in Latin America? Well, the answer is complicated but fascinating. During this period, both the Central Intelligence Agency of the United States and the Soviet Union's main security agency, the KGB, worked hard to influence governments across Latin America. They didn't take full control, but their actions had a huge impact. The CIA was very active in Latin America, mainly to stop the spread of communism and Soviet influence. They supported or organized coups against governments seen as leftist or too independent. For example, in 1954, the CIA helped overthrow the democratically elected president of Guatemala, Jacobo Arbenz, because he wanted land reforms that upset U.S. business interests. They also intervened in countries like Brazil in 1964, Chile in 1973, and others such as Ecuador, Bolivia, Panama, and the Dominican Republic. These actions often replaced elected leaders with military dictatorships or right-wing governments that aligned with U.S. policies. These interventions often caused long-term damage. Democracies were replaced with authoritarian regimes, civil liberties were suppressed, and social conflicts grew. The CIA claimed they were promoting democracy and stopping communism, but many times they weakened democratic institutions and fueled violence. These actions left a legacy of mistrust and instability that still influences the region today. On the Soviet side, the KGB focused on backing communist parties, guerrilla groups, and governments that opposed U.S. influence. After Fidel Castro took power in Cuba in 1959, the Soviet Union became a close ally and supplied weapons, economic aid, and training. Cuba became a key base for spreading communist ideas in Latin America. The KGB also gathered intelligence and ran propaganda campaigns to discredit U.S. efforts and support socialist movements. However, Soviet control over Latin American governments was more indirect. They did not often directly govern countries but supported movements and regimes that aligned with their ideology. Their influence was more about backing groups and governments rather than taking over entire nations. From a cultural perspective, many Latin Americans saw these foreign interventions as violations of their sovereignty. They contributed to decades of political chaos, violence, and repression. The history of Cold War influence left deep scars and created a strong desire for independence from external powers. In the end, neither the CIA nor the KGB fully controlled Latin American governments, but their actions shaped the region's politics significantly. The CIA often installed or supported authoritarian regimes that served U.S. interests, which sometimes caused more harm than good. The KGB supported leftist groups and governments but had less direct control. This history is still felt today, as Latin America continues to navigate its complex past of foreign influence and internal struggles.